Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Lamont, and I am your host for Ladies, Get Your Prance On. And today, to wrap up the year and to go into the new year, we have our very own prancing kitten, Jody Harris, in the house. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm so excited to be here. And what an awesome way to spend these last couple of days of 2016 with you while we prepare for 2017, while we're setting goals, while we're writing down our list, while we're getting motivated, and we are all going to start 2017 full of gusto and excitement, and great things are going to happen. Woo-woo!
Yes, and I have my little Zip Me.
Oh, I love it.
Zip Me mug. I got to get it over there. There we go. There we go. You know, ever since I met you, and it's been, I think we're going on 3 years. I'm not sure. It feels like I've known you like for 50 years. Well, not that. We're only in our 30s, right?
That's right.
That's right. We have to stick together on our stories. We need to have those uploaded. But you have, I mean, when I first met you, everything was about Zip Me, you know, and how you started your company. So for the few people who might not know who you are, I'm going to turn the reins over to you and let you explain how you started your company, your brand, and anything else that the viewers would like to know about you.
Well, thank you, Lisa, so much. You are right. I met you 3 wonderful years ago, and I had my business Zip Me, but a lot of people don't know I had it a couple of years ahead of me meeting you. So actually, I've been in business about 5 years.
Okay.
And the first product was Zip Me, and then I started to evolve because I started looking back and making lists of what did I enjoy. And I really enjoy inspiring women.
Yeah.
And I really like helping them succeed. When they succeed, that's where I find joy. And so I look back, I was with a mentor who said, look back to the time between 7 and 14. What did you enjoy? And when I look back, I enjoyed inspiring others and building things.
Yeah.
And now both of those have become my passion. As the CEO and founder of Jody Harris, Inc., I've evolved into not only being an inventor, which you talked about, my wonderful product, Zip Me. I now have Yet Be Gone, and a lot of people hear that and say, oh my gosh, what is it? But there's thousands of people across the nation who are now using Yet Be Gone. Yeah. It's non-toxic, it's sanitizing, it has multiple uses, and so now when you need to go to a public restroom, you don't have to worry about sitting. You're going to have a peace of mind.
Yeah.
And people are loving it. And then also, I decided to help women tell their story. We all have fabulous stories. I've heard your amazing story, Lisa, and I've shared with you my story. And there are some fabulous women out there who have amazing stories that they need to tell and want to tell. So I am now a publisher. I was an author, and I moved over to the publishing world. And this year, I believe I published 4 books. And it's been great. It's been great. And next year, I have about 5 already in the works. And it's all about giving them a voice to tell their story. And then I became a consultant. A lot of women were looking at me, and they really liked my vision that I was giving out and things that I was accomplishing. So they contacted me. And I was really hesitant to be a business coach because I've been in corporate America 30 plus years.
Yeah.
You know, I've punched the time clock. I'm still there. And the first thing that I tell them, and I also found out through research that another mentor that I look up to, Barbara Cochran, does, is don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I said, if you promise me you will not quit your day job until we see X number on your balance sheet or your income statement, I said, I will work with you. I said, if you're going to be disciplined enough to be able to do that, then I will work with you. Every woman that I am working with, they are that disciplined. They understand that they have to have additional revenue sources. Well, so I'm consulting, and I'm also doing network marketing. Now I have developed a multi-platform of revenue sources for Jody Harris, Inc.
Yeah.
And
I'm going, woo!
And one of the biggest reasons why I've been successful is because I have invested in personal development. Did you know Australia is leading the way for female entrepreneurs who invest in personal development?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
They understand where the market's going. It's going to network marketing. It's going to online marketing. Bricks and mortar, it's up and down. It's a cycle. It will always come back around to bricks and mortar, but your network marketing and your social media marketing and your online marketing is never going to go away. They get that. So about 5 years ago, if you had personal development in your last 2 years of business, you were okay. You could keep up with times and you could achieve your goals and you can make a lot of things happen. It's 6 months now. Every 6 months you have to have personal development.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. Every 6 months you need to be learning something new. And so back in January of 2016, when I was making my budget, I guess that was actually December 2015 when I was making my budget for last year because, I love numbers and I write everything down. So I was making my budget. I budgeted for personal development. And you know me, or you've known me at least for 3 years, and you know that I like things to move.
Yes.
So I really had to calm myself and step back and say, what is this personal development going to do for me? It has taught me this year how to utilize social media in a way that I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
It's allowed me to be able to market. It's allowed me to be able to respond to women who want me to help them in their businesses.
Yeah.
And I did this all through goal setting.
Yep.
And now look at me at the end of the year. I mean, I'm up in 6 figures in my business.
I know. Yes.
Yes. So it's a very exciting time. I want to share this with the world. And I know you had Kelly Cox on last week.
Yes.
Kelly and I are actually going to have a 2017 goal setting.
Awesome.
And it's going to be an excursion. It's going to be a road trip. And the reason that I decided to do that, one, is because everybody wants an adventure.
Yeah.
Everybody wants an opportunity to get knowledge, professional development, and everybody wants to be able to implement that. And I will tell everyone that when you're starting a business, if your business gets to 7 to 10 years and you haven't seen a profit yet, then we need to rethink some things. Yeah. I want to prepare them for it. A lot of people, I just received a message on Christmas Eve that said, Jody, oh my gosh, you've been doing all these wonderful things and you did it in a short amount of time. Can you tell us what you did? And I said, well, actually, I'm going to have to take you back 5 years and show you things that I started implementing.
Yeah.
And I kept my day job. And every day I do one thing to achieve my goal to get me to the next step.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they said, oh my gosh, Jody, we just thought you got into this like 6 months ago and we're seeing all the success. And, we saw you with Damon John and you're having a conversation. They said, what are y'all even talking about when y'all are together? I said, I am there just representing myself. I am not upselling Damon John. I want to develop a relationship.
Yeah.
And the first thing they asked me is, so Jody, you're not asking him to be on the show? You're not asking for an investor? No. I want him to know that I'm there for him. Yeah. Maybe it'll work into an accountability or a business coach position. I don't know. But then also, I'm looking for advice from him. I've asked him each time I've met him, what advice would you give to me, a female entrepreneur that has an invention going to market? And every time he has given me advice. Yeah. But I want it to be very plain to the listeners that are listening today is that wasn't something that happened overnight. That's been in the works for 5 years.
Yeah.
And now my goals for 2017, I'm going to work every day to make sure that I make those goals. And so it's very important for me to share my system with these women. And why not come in and have a road trip, have a good time? There's a lady from Australia that's actually thinking that she's going to come in.
Yeah.
And this is in January. So she's got to get a plane ticket because I'm not paying for that. She's got to pay for the course, which is less than $2.75 a day. If you average that out over 365 days,
Yep.
if you make that investment in yourself every day, you're going to be able to pay for this course.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, we're going to have a good time. We're going to go to an executive VIP business gathering one night. We're going to go out on the town of Dallas. We've got a lot of different activities. It's all about work, because work is important.
Yes.
It pays our bills. But I'm going to show them how they can work 4 to 6 hours and achieve the goals that they are setting up.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them how personal development's going to play a big role in it for 2017. And then, oh my gosh, we're going to play. And I can't wait. I love to play. So
You gotta, you know, and we have to play. But one of the things though that I love that you're sharing, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are watching this that don't have a day job though. They've made the commitment to do their business. They've been doing business for 1 to 2 years, and they're really struggling. You know, they're really struggling. Would they benefit by working with you too? You said that you want people that do their day job only, but those who are committed and struggling, would you still be willing to work with them too?
I would, and let me tell you the reason why is
Yes.
I need to broaden that. I did not in 2016. In 2017, I will broaden it, but it's going to have to be a commitment. You know, my day job, I read financial statements every day. I know how to give them a budget based on what they're trying to do and what they're trying to achieve. And if they work towards those goals every day, trying to increase the revenue, because every woman I've spoken to, increasing the revenue is one of their goals.
Yeah.
So if they will work towards their goals and be accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, I have accountability partners, but if they'll be accountable, then yes, I will work with them to achieve their goals, but they're going to have to make that promise. And we're going to have a written contract that if you're not doing this every day in a certain time frame, when I do my checkups, you know, we might have to part ways.
Yeah. Women are coming together. I mean, in droves. You know, you and I, we talked when I've had you on my radio show in the past, you know, 5 years ago, we were struggling with trusting women, you know, and all these women are showing up who have been in the same boat. We've been hurt by women and burned by women and backstabbed by women. But yet at the same time, with social media, our tribe is coming together. We're coming together and we're realizing we don't have to do this alone. We can trust other people. Women do want to see other women be successful. I think that's that is the biggest takeaway I've had in 2016, is that the dynamics have shifted and women are supporting, and we can't do it alone. You talked about, I also want to point out a book that, and you're going to talk about another book, but Behind Her Brand, you talk about, one of the things you wish somebody told you early on was that you can't do it alone. You know,
Right.
being by yourself, you can't do it alone. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, you know, when I started in business, I didn't understand network marketing. I didn't understand social media marketing. And I really had to look to some women that had experience in it. My goal was always my experience was always sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
And reading financials, putting together loans, packages, whatever I needed to do. So that was new to me, and that was a personal development that I lacked in. And so I contacted women. Joey Garrity was one of them. She comes to mind. Lisa Lamont, who's amazing. There were some women that I contacted and said, hey, I don't know how to do this. How do you do this?
Yeah.
And it really shaped me into the businesswoman, because I almost would say I was leading a double life. I knew how to be a corporate America woman. That was easy. I had it down 30 years. I'm good to go. But switching that over to where now the brand falls back on me, that was something that I really didn't know if I wanted to step into. I didn't know how to step into it. It was awkward for me, to be honest with you, very awkward. However, through personal development, through amazing women like you and Joey and some other women. Cheryl Calhoun was another great inspiration to me. And then reading books, and even going out of our circle to other women's circle and asking them advice and mentorships or signing on to their program, I was able to understand what it means to be a woman, female entrepreneur in the 2015, 2016. And that has shaped me to who I am today. And Lisa, I don't want to hold all that in. I want to share it with women. I had what the lady from Australia said, Jody, I want to do what you're doing and bring that to Australia and put it with my packages. And she says, I want you to show me how to do that. And I said, you know what, sister, I will do that for you, because I'm not the one that really likes to even be in the spotlight. Yeah. I'd rather be in the background saying, hey, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to implement this, this is our strategy, because that's where I feel like those are my strengths. My weakness is here in front of the camera. That's tough for me. I have fun once I get going. But it's tough.
It's like, well, we have a good, it's so true, because, that's been it for me too, this past year is, getting out and doing more public speaking like you're doing. I'm more comfortable working with my clients one-on-one, and doing my radio show. It's very safe to do it for 4 years because nobody saw me, and it was all about my guest and having them on and having them talk. That was easy. But this last year in midsummer, I had this, I get downloads. Being the psychic and the intuitive person, I got the download going, I have to take it to the next level and have the people be able to see who you are. Like they've heard you. People have seen you when you've been out to Washington State, where I live, or California, where Joey lives. But all these other people who live in all these other places around the world, they don't get to see my guests. And I thought, they need to see the Prancing Kittens. They need to see your energy and who you are, and knowing that you're not this tough, mean, I'm gonna get you. You're very lovable, and you're very fun, and you come across as that. And so this 2016 really has been, as Jen Duchenne says, so I got to give a shout out to Jen.
Oh, I love her.
We have to tell our truth. She's been pounding that drum, like we've got to tell our truth this year. And it's true. We have to come out and support one another. Absolutely.
Yes, we really do. You hit the nail on the head. Accountability is so important.
Yeah.
I have women within my circle, you being one of them, that you will let me know, hey, Jody, either something's wrong, or, are you meeting your daily goals? Or, like Kelly will say, really, Jody, where are you going here? I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. What's going on? And so that accountability as a woman from another woman that has really no financial gain or loss from reaching out to me and being my accountability partner, that's very important to me. That's where the trust and all the negativity goes out the door, all the judgment, all the gossip goes out the door. It is truly that you are invested in somebody. You are in their inner circle, and we're going to call BS when BS is BS. But it's not going to be mean. Yeah. Not going to be hateful. It's going to be in a loving way, because my next words are going to be, and I know your next words to me are, so Jay, what are you going to do? What can I help you do to get to your next level? Instead of saying, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you're doing this, and that's what we need as successful women entrepreneurs who are taking this to the next level, who are bringing up all these young women behind us and giving them a foundation. Can you believe that? A foundation to stand on and say, we can do this.
Yeah.
We can do this.
There's, and I want to touch on, I like my shows positive, but this happens. And I've seen it happen with my clients, and I've even seen it happen in my own personal life, trusting women and building our tribe. But there also reaches a point that as you become successful, there are some naysayers that come along.
Yes.
There are people that turn on you.
Yes.
And it happens, and it shows up, and so can you address that? I mean, because for me, when I came out this year and said, and I was intuitive Lisa Lamont, and I came out and I said I was psychic, that really rattled a lot of cages for some of my friends. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, they didn't want to associate with me. Like, don't tell people that you're a psychic. They're going to think you're one of those, weirdos on the phone calling in. And I had to tell my truth. It's you. I do connect with the other side. I do see guardian angels, and I do see all of that. And I took a hit this year, and I had to, because if I'm not truthful, it's going to come out anyway. If people work with me and they have readings done. And so what do you say to women that are taking a stand and showing up bigger and having people put doubt in their heads, or saying, why are you doing that? Don't do that.
Well, first I want to say, Lisa, Lamont, wherever you are, I would definitely show up, and I would stand next to you. I will stand next behind you, and I will support you until the end of time. I know what you are. It doesn't bother me, and I believe in you. And I will continue to believe in you, because you have inspired me in a way that nobody else has been able to. So I'm going to be there for you, sister, and I'll go to any event. I'll stand right beside you. I'll raise your hand. I mean, I'm your biggest fan. Yes. But I think as a woman in this new vision that we're coming into in 2017, we do need to be like Jen to Shin, and we need to speak our truth. A lot of people don't understand how I keep my 9-to-5 job, who are starting to really understand the person I am, and I am building my empire.
Yeah.
And I tell them, you know what? I work hard, I hustle, and I look at opportunity every day, and I achieve my goals that I've set for myself that day. That's the only thing I'm focused on. And I have been from here. I mean, Lisa, you know my story. Yep. I was a teenage mom. I was a survivor of domestic violence. In all accounts, I was told to be on welfare. Every time I went to get into the financial markets, working for a bank, I was told I was not good enough by people very close to me. I did not let that cripple me. I did not let that deter me from reaching my goals. I had 3 children, my loves, my priorities, and I was going to give them a life that they could be proud of. And so I think we really need to look at that. We need to be who we are. We know what we're doing. Yeah. We need to achieve our goals every day that we have set for us, because I take my goals for a year, break them down by months, then by days, and that's what I try to do. And then another thing that's very important, it's okay to say no. And it's okay if somebody says something to you, you don't have to agree with them. It's okay to disagree. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I mean, I will walk away and say, great. And I promise there won't be
I'm going to take that from you. Great.
Yeah, that's my go-to. But I don't have any hard feelings.
Yeah.
I really don't have hard feelings. Now, where I'm going to have hard feelings is where there's hate, where there's gossip, yeah, and where people don't know the truth.
Yeah.
Come to me. You'll find out.
Yeah.
I've screwed up in my life. I've made decisions that were not the best decisions, but you know what? I live with those decisions. And I am proud to say that I'm a teenage mom now. Where before, people would have looked at me like they looked at you when you told them your truth.
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those. Yeah. We can't associate with you.
Yeah.
You're never going to be anything.
Yep.
Do you know where to go apply for welfare? I got those conversations. Now, you know what? I let that go.
Yep.
I could have held on to it. It could have torn me up. I could have popped some happy pills and been very happy. But I want to say, there's not days that I need something to get me through a day. So I don't want somebody to say if they're taking a medicine by a doctor, it's okay. Yeah. But I really could have went down a dark alley at that time.
Yeah.
But my future, I knew the vision that I had dreamed about was a lot bigger than that. And I wanted to give my children something that at the end of the day, or at the end of my life, they could say, Mom, we were proud of you.
Yeah. I'm 58 years old. Sorry, I'm not 30. I'm not 38 like us.
Oh, you're 38.
But one of the things that looking back on in life, all the trials and all the things that I've been through, they've all been blessings in disguise.
Yeah.
Even having been raped in high school and dealing with domestic situations, I'm able now to talk about it and help other women realize that they don't have to be ashamed.
Yes.
That they didn't ask for it,
Yes.
and I get all riled up, when I see things on the news where a judge says, "Oh, you're a swimmer and we don't want to ruin your career. We're going to slap your hand and give you 30 days." That outrages me, and I speak up, and I just want women to know, no matter where you've been or what you've done, there's nothing for you to be ashamed of. And I've done things in life that I wish I hadn't done, but I did it. I'm accountable for it. I live for what I've done. To say that I've never gossiped is a lie, but now I'm mindful of it and I stay away from it. It was hard, corporate America. You talk about corporate America, which is what I did prior to being self-employed. It's a tough, nasty world out there. And I got, I was scared. There were some women that were very aggressive. They took junior high into the work environment.
Yeah.
And they can be catty and they can be tough. And for those of you that are watching that are still employed, just know that there are a tribe of women out there. Jody and I were happy to be your friends and support you. You are not alone. I have my group, Prancing Kittens.
Yes.
It's a safe place to be. We don't talk religion or politics. Look what happened in this political season. It's like, woo! It's just like no one's business who anybody votes for. It's just like,
Exactly. Because that's our freedom.
It is.
That is our freedom. Just like I know you're a Christian, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I have Muslim friends.
Yes.
I'm friends with them.
Yes.
Anybody that is made up of love and shows love,
yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah.
I am all about love. I tell more people I love them every day, and some of them, I know they're rolling their eyes like, "Oh, Jody, please." No, I do, because I guess I'm going to love you to death. It just, we might not agree on everything. We might disagree.
Yeah.
But one of my daily goals is to love everybody I encounter.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what their journey is.
Yeah.
Or where they've been. A lot of people I don't. A lot of people I just meet for the first time.
Yeah.
I had a Fortune 500 company call me back in June of 2016. And this gentleman had been watching me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't want it publicized. I don't want people to know you're coming here, but I want you to come and speak to 300 women."
Wow.
And I said, "Okay, hang on. Let me make sure I understand, and he laughed because he called, he got my number and he called me, and he said, "You inspire people. You don't look at their history. You don't care what they've done.
Yeah.
It's like it's a new day for you every day."
Yeah.
And he said, "But you inspire and you encourage women and men." And he said, "I want you to come and spread the hope, the story of inspiration, and how we can all work together."
That's beautiful.
I did that. And you know what? I was more satisfied, and I'm sure it wasn't perfect speech, it wasn't a TED Talk. It was one-on-one, and he allowed them to ask questions. It was a very comfortable setting.
Yeah.
I gained more love. I gained more confidence in me telling my story. I gained just the ability to be there and to be open and to be real. Like our good friend Jodys says, just be real.
Yeah.
And that is what I am taking to 2017.
I love it. I just love it. One of the things too, before I forget, because I now that we have it, we're visual. My necklace.
No!
I always wear my necklaces, and they come in different colors. I have a black one, and I have a teal one, and the red one. And I just, if you'll take a moment to share who you employ to make these. There's a story behind that. You're just full of stories.
I am. It was very important to me because that was my first product. I wanted stay-at-home moms, single moms, women that find themselves in a circumstance that they need to get out of, possibly domestic abuse or rape or whatever the situation. And I wanted to give them an opportunity to make zip me. And I pay them a fee for each zip me that they make. I right now I've been able to keep it local, within probably 10 or 12 miles of where I live. And these ladies are fabulous. And actually, we're just keeping up with demand. That's why you haven't seen me marketing zip me, because I don't want to take it overseas. I want to keep it in the U.S., preferably Oklahoma, our manufacturing. And I want everybody to know that when they receive a zip me, it was made with love.
Yes. I feel the love when I wear my necklaces, and people think that you have to have a zipper to buy these necklaces, and I tell them, no, I have a few dresses with zippers, but it hangs at a very nice, it's well made, it's beautiful. I get more compliments. I love the little heart to remind me that, I'm loved. And so I just, thank you for explaining a little bit about that. You don't have to have a zipper I wear my necklaces all the time. They flatter all my outfits. They're that solid color, so I can wear a print like I'm wearing today. And I just want to give a kudos. And I didn't bring my Yuck Be Gone too. And so share with the people about Yuck Be Gone, because what they don't know is it's non-toxic. And people can have their children. The public bathrooms with children, they have colds all the time. So share with a little bit about what Yuck Be Gone is.
Yuck Be Gone is a non-toxic sanitizing toilet seat spray. So now when you're traveling in an airport, you're out at your local department store, you're out on an evening with your husband, your significant other, spouse, whatever the situation may be, even at a movie theater, and you need to use a public restroom, which over 98% of the people go out into public. We're not all hermits. And that's just a function of our body that we have to do. Well, now with Yuck Be Gone, it's going to give you peace of mind when you sit, because all you do is you spray it on the toilet seat, wipe off the excess, and you're good to go. There's over 38,000 CFU in germs, and that's like 38,000 per inch, what that means, of germs on the toilet seat.
Well, so can I share where else I use my Yuck Be Gone when I go out? So you're in the bathroom and you wash your hands, right? Then you have to hold the door. So I spray Yuck Be Gone on the handle of the door.
I love it. I'm like you. Yes.
Well, think about this is disgusting, but some people don't wash their hands, and I'm like, I'm a germ phobic, so I'm kind of like So I use Yuck Be Gone on the handles too, in the public bathroom.
Well, it's awesome, and it can be used as a hand sanitizer. It can even be used as to cover up smell, because I've made it smell good. And then I had a friend use it at the gym here in the last month. She said it was so gross. The equipment, sometimes it gets wiped down, sometimes it doesn't. And she had her scented, I think it was pumpkin spice, and sprayed it on there and used it. And, that's a great use.
And yoga mats, and on your yoga mat.
Yes, your yoga mat. The downward dog will smell a lot better, I promise.
I love it. I love it. What else would you like to share before we close up? And how can people find you? What's the best way for people to learn more about you, Jody?
I have two things that I would like to share. There's a book coming out in March called The Adventure of Women Entrepreneurs. It's going to be amazing. A wonderful lady named Robin out of Colorado is putting this together, and she used to sell the copper mugs. So we all know the story behind that, the Moscow Mules, and she's very successful, and I'm very excited about that book coming out. However, this year, I mentioned about our road trip excursions that we are offering. Kelly and I is actually having our goal setting 2007 first adventure, January 19th through the 21st, where we will start in Oklahoma City, go to Dallas, and there's already a great event planned. you are going to enjoy VIP leaders, business leaders, the first evening. We are going to work and play on our way down to Dallas. We've got a full packed day the next day, which will include work, fun, play, work, fun, play. Yes. And a little sightseeing the next day. And then on the way back, we're going to have a great wrap up and summary. And it's actually going to help you set the goals so that you can dream as big as you want. And then we're going to be able to set those goals for you so that you can actually monetize them. Cool. And you can actually see daily how you're going to add value to your business. So that is something that's coming up. And then also my tell-all course. You know, I just kind of threw that out there. I didn't know if I really wanted to do that. And in less than 4 days, my first session sold out. So now I'm looking at February having another tell-all course. And everybody tells me I need to dress up the name. And I guess I'm speaking my truth. It's just my tell-all course. You know, if you really like me, then take my tell-all course and I'll tell you everything I'm doing. Yeah. And a lot of people say, oh, but Jody, you know, you really don't want to tell everything. Yeah, I do. I really want people to succeed.
Yes.
So that opportunity will come up again probably late January to sign up for February course. And I think that's about it.
You brought up a very interesting point just now. That it was my aha moment. When you say you don't want to tell all and you say absolutely. My message this last year has been to tell people that even if someone is in the very same industry, there is no competition. It's all in your head. Like everybody, there's enough for everybody out there. And even before we started the show, I was all excited because I have my new backgrounds that I do through Zoom. And I was telling you, this is how you do it. You go to Zoom, they've got the video. Yes. You go to Amazon, I'm going to send you the link. And you know, for other people, they don't want to give that, you know, they want to like, oh, it's mine and I want to be special. No, I want everyone to feel special. And so if you're watching this and you want to know how to create the cool backgrounds, reach out to me. I'm happy to share that information with you. There is enough for everybody. Yes. And I so appreciate you coming on the show today and just being an open book and telling it all, because women need to know that we have their backs. They need to know that we want them to be successful, and you're not successful by being idle hands. I mean, the one thing that about you and Joey, those of you that are successful that I work with, you're always available. You're always hustling. You're always working. There is no downtime. If you're serious about making serious money, you've got to take this as a serious business. There is no downtime. And I talked to you before earlier that, you know, I'm getting over a cold and you've had some health things going on, but we're still here. You know, we still show up. And that's how you make it. Ladies, that is how you do it. You just get up and you just hustle and you make the most and do your mirror love affirmations. You know, every morning, say your name followed by I love you, what good may I do for you today? And then say affirmations of Jody said, what are you going to do today? Say your goals out loud in the mirror, and that will just like, it'll just bring it home.
That's right. And make it a routine. And Lisa, I want to interview you for a moment. What is your word for 2017?
You're going to love this one, Miss Squirrel. My word is focus.
Focus. Oh, you know what my word is?
What?
Discipline.
Discipline. Ooh, those kind of go hand in hand, discipline and focus.
They do, because it takes discipline to be successful. Yeah. So set goals, be disciplined, and have accountability, and you're going to see a huge change in your business.
Yeah. Absolutely. And mine is focus. Stay focused on what you're working on at task, because you and I, we can have those little squirrels show up. So that is my word, is focus. So anyway, thank you for joining me today, Jody. Thank you everybody for joining us. And we will be back next Monday with another exciting show. So until next time, goodbye everybody.
Thank you, Lisa.